Imagine a locker room with many cabinets. If you check every cabinet one by one, finding one item quickly becomes painful. That is what HashMap tries to avoid. It does not want to walk through every stored key like a simple list. Instead, HashMap uses the key to calculate where the value should be, almost like asking an attendant for the right locker. This is the mental model for the whole lesson. Key first, calculation second, target place third. Now let us replace the metaphor with the real structure. Inside HashMap, those lockers become an internal array. Each position in that array is commonly called a bucket. A bucket is simply one place where entries can live. The number of available buckets is called capacity. A common starting capacity is 16, so we show 16 large buckets. For now, remember only this: HashMap is not magic. It is an array, and the key helps choose one bucket in that array. The next question is simple: how does a key decide which bucket it should use? Let us use employee ID 101 as the key. The key is the starting point for the lookup path. Java first calls hashcode on the key. That gives HashMap a number it can use for routing. HashMap may spread that number internally. You do not need the full math here. The goal is to reduce bad clustering. Then HashMap compresses the hash into a valid bucket index. Think of this as choosing a legal cabinet number. Now the key has a target bucket. We did not search every bucket. We calculated where to go. For beginners, avoid reducing this to a simple hash % capacity formula. The real idea is, hash becomes a valid bucket position. Now we call map.put with employee ID 101 and the value Asha. Keep the code small. HashMap uses the same routing idea. It calculates the hash, prepares the bucket index, and moves toward the target bucket. If the bucket is empty, the story is simple. HashMap can place a new node there directly. The node stores the key and the value. Internally, it also carries extra details, but the key-value pair is the main idea. You may also see hash and next in the mental model. The next field becomes important when collisions happen. So far the bucket was empty. But what if another key also reaches the same bucket? Here bucket 5 already contains the entry for employee ID 101 and Asha. Now we insert another employee, 117, with the value Ravi. This key goes through the same hash path. This time the calculated bucket is also bucket 5. That means two different keys have reached the same place. This is called a collision. It is not a failure, and it does not mean HashMap loses the old value. HashMap must now keep both entries and still be able to find the correct one later. The next question is, how does one bucket hold more than one entry? That is where linked nodes enter the picture. Now we zoom into only one bucket. This is important. We are not turning the whole HashMap into one list. The first node keeps employee ID 101 and Asha. This is the entry that was already there. When Ravi reaches the same bucket, HashMap can link another node in the same bucket area. The connection is the next reference. This is why collision handling is often explained as a linked chain inside one bucket. The chain belongs to this one bucket only. Other buckets can still be empty or hold their own entries. Short chains are usually fine. But if one bucket becomes too crowded, searching through that bucket becomes slower. Here, the bucket has become crowded. A lookup may need to move across several linked nodes one by one. That kind of walk is linear inside the bucket. In simple words, more nodes can mean more checking. When conditions are met, HashMap can reorganize a very crowded bucket into a tree structure. A tree helps the search skip large parts of the bucket structure, so lookup moves closer to logarithmic behavior. Do not memorize this as always automatic after exactly 8 items. Bucket length matters, and table capacity conditions also matter. For this lesson, we do not need red-black tree rotations. The memory point is simple: crowded bucket, better structure. So far we handled one crowded bucket. Next we look at what happens when the whole HashMap becomes too full. Capacity means the total number of buckets. In our simple visual, the starting table has 16 buckets. Load factor is the fullness limit. The common default is 0.75. With 16 buckets and a 0.75 load factor, the resize trigger is around 12 entries. This does not mean every bucket is 75% full. It means the overall table has crossed its resize threshold. When the threshold is crossed, HashMap creates a larger table. Think of it as moving to a bigger locker room. The existing entries are redistributed according to the new table size. This is often called rehashing in beginner explanations. Now that we understand routing, we can understand the most common HashMap bug with custom keys. Imagine two different employee objects that both represent employee ID 101. If equals says they are the same logical key, HashMap should treat them as the same key. For that to work, equal keys must also produce the same hash code, so the lookup reaches the same bucket. That is why custom key classes must override both equals and hash code together. If hash code is broken, HashMap may look in a different bucket and fail to find a value that logically exists. The rule is simple and important. If two objects are equal, they must return the same hash code. Do not memorize, only override both. Remember why. HashMap first routes by hash, then confirms equality. Now we can close with the practical rules that prevent wrong expectations in real projects. First rule. HashMap does not guarantee insertion order or sorted order. If you need insertion or access order, think linked HashMap. If you need sorted keys, think tree map. Second rule, HashMap allows one null key and multiple null values. Third rule, HashMap is not synchronized. It is not safe for concurrent writes from multiple threads. For concurrent environments, use concurrent HashMap instead. We do not need its internals in this lesson. So HashMap is fast and useful, but fast lookup does not mean ordered, sorted, or thread safe. Let us compress the full lesson into one mental map. First branch, HashMap uses an internal bucket array. Capacity is the number of buckets. Second branch, key becomes hash, hash finds bucket, and the bucket stores a node. Third branch, collisions are handled inside the bucket, first with linked nodes and sometimes with a tree. Fourth branch, when the table becomes too full, capacity and load factor trigger resizing. Fifth branch, for custom keys, equals and hash code must agree, or lookup can fail. Final branch, HashMap has no ordering guarantee, allows one null key, and is not thread safe. For interviews, remember this line: key to hash, hash to bucket, bucket to node, chain or tree.